The following announcement has been paid for by the Pope World Order. For those of you who don't know who I am, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mike Mita. Not the Mike Vita you all know and love, the post artwork for the Ramborgia each and every single damn week. No. This guy right here is so much better. And I have a message for the both of you. You like to say that Schnozman and Hole Punch is your greatest creation. But you're wrong. The greatest creation that you ever made is on this computer screen right here. JohnRamboPresents, the show. Without the show, you would have no Ramborgia. You would have no Ramborgians. You would have no Pope. You would have no Pope army. You would not have anything, Rambo. The show is gonna die, Rambo. The show that you all know and love is gonna die in a slow, painful death. And there's nothing that you're gonna do about it. Because my leader, my Lord and Savior, Ron Jambo, he's gonna get that poison and he's gonna inject it into the heart of the show. And then on the 100th episode of the show, it's gonna be all over. It's gonna be over for you, it's gonna be over for OJ, and it's gonna be over for the Ramborgia. So get ready, folks, because the show hasn't begun yet. The preceding announcement has been paid for by the Jambo World Order.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is JohnRamboPresents, the show. My name is John, and I am joined by the pastor of Pulp himself. Ladies and gentlemen, OJ is here!
I'm kind of worried. Should I get a food tester?
There's nothing going on, John. What was this about the Pulp World Order?
That he wasn't talking about the Pulp World Order.
There was all kinds of things going on there. I don't know if there was a whole different intro that I had planned. It was OJ and I horseback riding, having a lovely day together, drinking tea.
You said you didn't record that.
We had a beautiful day. I put
You said we did that just for fun.
I put some Mariah. You know Mariah. I put that as the soundtrack, and then somehow this got cut off into some type of bizarreness. And that was apparently Mr. Mita, who looks a lot like Mr. Mike Vita, who you can find at youtube.com/livethevita. And there's some interesting stuff there. I mean, I don't like being threatened and everything, but it was well done. You have to say the production value was quite high on that. You have to admit, John, come on.
That was pretty good.
Right.
I'm just kind of in shock.
You're afraid.
Yeah.
You know what you were getting yourself into when I said almost 2 years ago, do you want to do a show? You know that people might want to kill you for doing that. It's just the way it is.
Oh, come on. No one wants to kill me. I'm awesome.
If no one wants to kill you, you're doing something wrong in show business. That's just the way it is, man. Right? Sometimes I want to kill you, so I mean, I guess you're doing a lot of things right, John.
Hardly.
How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. Nothing terribly crazy going on.
Are you feeling well? Healthy?
I'm all right.
Are you regular? Everything's flowing correctly?
Relatively.
There's some issue.
There's no issue.
Some dietary digestive problem?
I did kind of have a big cookie today.
So it's on its way, maybe later. Okay, let us know. Give us a tweet about that.
You want me to tweet about...
We want an update about things that are going later in the day.
Okay.
So, John, we're on the road to episode 100. Well, it's not really a road, it's more of like a back alley.
That is really insane.
Well, to be honest, awesome. It's not really a back alley, it's more of a piss alley, John. You know.
Yeah, with us, there's only one kind of alley, and that's it.
So we're on the piss alley to episode 100. This is episode 97, I believe, right now, which we're deep inside of right now. And we got a couple more to go.
About.
That's absolutely correct. So episode 100 is coming, but since we're on the road to episode 100, we got some cool things coming up. next week, John, I just told you about this. We have a guest coming in next week.
That we do.
He's a gentleman, the creative genius behind several games on Xbox Live, including the Fabulous Fivesome, including Tokyo Hosto. Ladies and gentlemen, coming next week on the show, Mr. Angus Cheng will be here. And that's going to be a good time. Kind of harkens back to a previous era of the show. We had several different people in the game industry and entertainment industry on, and did pretty good interviews, I think.
Yeah, I
think so. No one ever stormed out or anything?
Well, I mean, it's hard to storm out from an interview on the computer. I mean,
it's actually easier because you just throw the things, take the mic.
It's your own equipment.
So you're destroying your own property.
Drop the mic, walk out. Oh,
so
no,
if you're on the Tonight Show and you get pissed off, you could break their equipment, and that's more of a statement. I see what you're saying there.
Or you can saw Tom Green's desk in half.
I got a lot of different questions from Mr. Angus Cheng. He's got a very peculiar, very distinct style of humor. If you've seen me and Darkside Phil play some of his games, and I want to know what the process is to making a game on Xbox Live, putting that up there, what that's like. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's a pain in the ass.
What the steps are, what you have to do to get to that point.
Exactly, that's what I was trying to say. OJ explained it better than I did. And I was interested to talk to the man. So that'll be next week. That's episode 98.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what it's like working with the XNA Game Studio.
He sent me a tweet out of nowhere, and then that's how I found him.
Sure. And
then I said, hey, do you want to do this little thing we got going on? Okay. He's like, sure. Just like that. So look for that next week, and then in 2 weeks, John, my mentor and hero, Mr. Ed Trotta, will be here.
The man himself.
That's episode 99. And I talked to Ed yesterday. He was very impressed with the amount of attention that all you guys gave his commercial with the penny, his Lincoln Penny commercial.
Nice.
Last week, there was a ton of comments and things, and he was very surprised and appreciative of that. And he was reading me some of the comments.
Aw.
So
Ed is...
Yes.
I don't even know how to describe him. He's just a wealth of knowledge and talent, and just a guy that's nice to talk with.
He's my mentor. He's shown me a lot about the world. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm really happy that everybody checked out his commercial, because what could happen is if a lot of people check it out on the internet, it's just an online thing. It could become like a television commercial or something.
Sweet.
You know, and it's got like a lot of views on it. It's crazy. It's a phenomenon. It's just a beautiful thing. So there you go. And then, John, in 3 weeks, L's show number 100. And we still got to kind of talk about what we're doing. I got a couple of different ideas. I'm sure there'll be some things happening. It'll probably be worth checking out. OJ's double checking the calendar, I think, right now. He's like,
yeah, making sure.
Is it really 3 weeks from today?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
September 4th. Oh, my gosh.
It went so fast. But I'm excited about it. We're definitely going to do something good, something strong. It's kind of coming at a bad time, honestly. We're in the midst of the Sean's been whole punch stuff. I've been editing all night and every morning pretty much.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of stuff, all other stuff going on. So it's kind of like, I wish it was like later on. I wish we had more time. You know?
I know.
I was like, I wish we had a little more time. But it's going to be good. Come say hello. Number 100, it's a celebration for everybody. It's a celebration for us all.
Come say hello.
So I think that's a solid couple weeks right there.
It's pretty good stuff we've got lined up now.
That's a really nice couple weeks, right? You guys that?
Something to look forward to every week. Besides the usual.
What, are you dancing? What's going on?
No, I'm pointing out the things we usually look forward to. Right. You and me.
Oh. I didn't hear what you said. Don't worry about it. I'll watch it back later. So that's cool. So let's just touch on the show last week. I don't know what the heck happened. I put out the show. I went to sleep. I got up the next day. Some people said that it wouldn't play for them. I think you told me that as well.
Yeah.
It did play for me, but other people said it didn't play for them. I took it down. So if you left a comment last week, it was probably lost somewhere, and I apologize for that, which kind of sucks. I always like to keep all the comments. So then I re-uploaded it. It still didn't work for me. And I tried again like 2 days later, and it went up, and there it is.
I don't know if it was the camel balls or YouTube being a jerk.
Camel balls? I don't remember that. That happened? I don't know anything about this.
I can feel the pain starting in my forehead.
Well, YouTube has destroyed our work many times. They removed the audio on an episode a couple different times. I had to re-upload them or take something out or whatever. I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. You know, you dance with the devil. sometimes you get the horns. Is that a phrase?
It should be. I thought you were going to say sometimes he steps on your feet.
Sometimes you get the horn. You dance with the devil, sometimes you get the horns. That's a new phrase I just created. I want to do something. We've been doing this the last couple of weeks. We show the art. I want to kind of expand on this idea. This is now called The Week in Ramborgia, or This Week in Ramborgia, something like that.
This Week in Ramborgia!
Or maybe just what's going on in Ramborgia. That's what's going on in
We need
Ramborgia.
something with a good acronym. Let's take a quick second and figure
All right,
that out.
go ahead with it.
This Week in Ramborgia.
That's not an
What's
acronym.
going on in Ramborgia? So we've got
Ramborgia.
Tweer?
What's happening?
Okay, Ramborgia, what's happening? We've got we've got Raw. No, we've got Wagoyer and Tweer so far.
Ramborgia, how are you? How's that? Ramborgia, how are you?
Hey, Ray.
Wow.
How about that, Ray?
That's
Ray?
perfectly. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
All right, well, Ramborgia, how are you?
All right, so let's start with the artwork, John. Here we go. Bones, the art for the week. If it loads. This is made by Mr. Mike Vita, not Vike Meta. Mike Vita made this. This is pretty sweet, man.
Pretty amazing looking, pretty epic.
I wonder if
looking.
he pulled that from. I don't know where he pulled that from. Must be from a video from last year, maybe. I don't know. But that's pretty awesome. Beautiful. I thank you, sir. It makes me look like a real musician or something, right? That could be like a poster in 1984 that some kid would have.
I like the effect on the guitar most, where the frets, not the frets, where the tuning knobs are.
Oh, you like that little shadowing there?
Yeah.
Very nice. This is from Matt Bain. He owns this some sort of laser rifle, and he customized it. He has this in his home, and he protects us all with it.
I feel like I should
appreciate
recognize this.
I have no idea. Could be Mass Effect. Could be like 70,000 other games that are out or are coming out. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, sir. It says, "Don't take shit from anyone." Edrada on the in the picture there. You see that? The quote.
I think.
And if you're gonna have a weapon of some sort, that would have to be written on it in some way. This is from J Mac. I believe this is maybe Bob Saget. I don't know what's going on. You know, it's like Bob Saget endorsing or joining the Ramborgia. Like finally, is that what that is supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like he's wearing like Shakespearean.
It looks like he's coming out of like an airplane bathroom. Is that what's happening?
No,
it's
it looks more like
from
he's
some
on a
movie.
stage or something.
Oh, all right. I don't know what's going on there. Any more explanation? Bob Saget doing some sort of terrible, cruel thing to us. That's what I assume it is.
That's all he ever does to us.
This is great stuff. You're going to love this. This is from Mr. Cantu. He made several pictures. First one is Schnozman.
You mean my new desktop backgrounds at work?
Oh, you'll see one that you like a lot. There's Schnozman. Of course, you got Schnozman. Of course, you're going to have Hole Punch. Here's Hole Punch.
Ha.
Beautiful. And then you got, right here, you get them all together.
I love the face on Hole Punch.
It's one of the faces you make.
Shut up!
That's one of the faces you make. I was telling you today that I was editing some of the footage, and I was like, we did this one take of just expressions from you. Yeah. I just couldn't stop laughing at just some of the faces you were making. It was making me laugh like crazy. But that's beautiful stuff, man. Look at that. Look at that thing.
No, the cape effects look really good.
That
and
could be
Schnozman's teeth.
That could be the animated series art. Can this man animate like 7,000 frames of thing, and maybe we can do an animated show.
I like the wires going around the hole plunge too.
This is from Ali Hayat. He sent us several things. This
Jimmy,
is the first one.
They killed Jimmy.
You know him?
Jimmy.
That's your brother, your cousin.
Why? What did he do to you?
And then a couple of people send me this stuff. Here's his version from Saints Row. You can make characters, and Schnozman was created as you see Sex Appeal 100, which is the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
There's another one, Schnozman, a little buffed up.
Oh, give him the fingers.
And then this is from Average Silas, and I didn't really understand what's going on here. It's some sort of like competitive podcast circuit or something. Competitive podcasting. So if you and I against Mark Crown Stories with his Crowncast, and then Caesar the Pleaser, and he just does the podcast, which is a great name.
He picked the most smug photo of us that he could find.
Look at you. You're like, I'm the greatest thing that was ever created.
The other guys look nice. I'm being turbo smug, and you're in full form.
Some sort of a competitive podcasting? How would that work?
I don't know. Like, do you just talk at each other?
You just talk at each other. Yes. Ooh. Okay, here's a code from Vassal. He'll put this in the chat. This is for the game Gettysburg from Steam.
Spoiler alert.
There you go. Thank you, Vassal. Vassal will give me like 1,000 codes. We'll be doing this for the next several weeks. And then one thing I want to point out, because we're still in our Ramborgia How You Doing segment, right? It's still going.
How are ya?
Ramborgia, how are ya? What's going on, Ramborgia?
I mean, our hide or ride could work too.
Yes, there's many different versions. There's some kind of bizarre video. I watched most of this thing. Layla wrote this, and then like Mark read it out loud. Did you watch this?
No, is it posted already? Is this the thing that she was talking about?
Yeah, you can find this on YouTube. Layla wrote it. Mark read it.
Where is this?
I think the doorman might have been involved in this. Here, I'll give you the link, but it's called Mark/Rachel Fanfic Chapter 1. And here, I'll put it in the chat, okay? Here you go.
Yeah, uploaded by Mark Crown Stories, right?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat if you want to check it out. But I don't know. This is the kind of like this is the segment where if you guys are doing something, let me know about it. I'll stick you, give you a plug. If you're doing like I know a lot of you guys are doing podcasts, stuff like that now, so I could mention that kind of thing
so
on the show.
If you want Rambo to plug you, just send him a link.
Yes.
Just contact Rambo if you want him to plug you.
Right. We want to give some well wishes to my friend William, who's a Ramborgian. He's a guy that's been a big supporter of ours for a very long time. He suffered a loss this week, so we want to give our thoughts and prayers to him, our condolences. We don't. When one of us hurts, we all hurt. We want him to do well and for things to work out for him and get back on track. So, William, keep on keeping on, man.
Be strong, dude.
Be strong, sir. We are with you, sir. Is there anything we can do to
All
help you
of
out?
us.
Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, so John, last week we announced that the Schnoz Man Hole Punch soundtrack for episodes 6 and 7 is now out. And of course, you can find that at JohnRamboPresents.bandcamp.com. And many people downloaded it. And I want to thank Mr. Philip Lee, Thomas McDonald, and Hazard. I'm going to give you guys extreme thanks. You know what you've done. You know what you did.
You know what you did.
You know what you've done. And I thank you, gentlemen, big time, very much. And I love you. Is that okay for me to say to another men?
Yes, that is.
Is that okay for me to say to a group of other men?
Yes, more than okay.
That's okay. All right, sure.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying I love you to a group of men.
Well, it happened. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to take it back. I'm going to let it go.
We would never ask you to.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm not taking it back. And then last week we went through the whole episode. That was a good time, right?
Yep.
And something happened during this. OJ was a little crazy during this thing. I don't know what was going on. But one of the things that happened, OJ goes, "Hey, everybody, you should go to epicmail.com."
I didn't say that. I said you should not go. It's porn.
It's pornography.
I said don't go. It's porn. Do not go.
It's gay pornography. But of course, as you say that, don't go to don't do this. Everyone's going to do it.
And you're going to, regardless of what people do, don't misrepresent what I said.
Yeah, but your intention was something else, but that's what you essentially...
My intention was not having people go to the site. My intention was, oh my gosh, we picked this name and it actually existed as a porn site. Ha ha ha.
No, because here's the problem, because we didn't pick Epic Mail, John. We picked the Epic Mail. So I don't know why you're typing in Epic Mail and then looking at porn and then telling people...
Who types the?
Because that's the name of it. It's called the Epic Mail, or the Epic Mail, depending on where you live and your accent that you have. So you can't tell people not to go do something, because a lot of people are going to do it anyway. And a lot of people checked it out, and they were upset with you, and they told me that OJ made me look at this, and da-da-da.
Oh, OJ didn't make anyone do anything. OJ warned them not to.
But there's no way they would have done it on their own, because it's not their name. So anyway, long story short, we're having a conversation, me and John, today, because we're friends. We're best buddies, right? We talk to each other, we communicate. And I said, John, we should get the Epic Mail, theepicmail.com, because that's what it's actually called, and we should have that. And OJ, out of the goodness of his heart, he came home from work. He worked hard all day. Came home late. Had some dinner. Cookie, apparently. Now his stomach hurts. He's going to throw up or whatever's going to happen. Maybe
there may have also been a brownie involved.
A cookie and a brownie. Maybe he's going to throw up live on the air today. I don't know.
The brownie may have had cookies on it.
But OJ picked it up. So we have theepicmail.com.
It doesn't point anywhere yet.
Well, yeah, because we just got it maybe 20 minutes ago. But maybe we'll do something with it in the future. We probably should have had it for a while ago.
Yeah.
But OJ put in the wrong name. And then found porn. And then inadvertently made people go to it.
Thank you for at least using the phrase inadvertently this time.
Well, I don't think it was like, I want people to go to it, but that's essentially what
yes, if there's one thing that I wish to encourage in the world. No, forget about world peace. I just want to see more people see more people humping each other.
I think we should make the store. What do you think? How many thousands of dollars would it take to open a retail store like that?
Actually, I'm kind of thinking that we should upgrade our store and put it
we can make it the Epic Mail to sell the shirts.
That would be amazing!
Holy shit. That's a great idea, John. Everybody,
you just saw what an idea looks like.
You saw the brilliance of OJ come into play.
It strikes somebody. John and I were just talking, and then we came up with it right there.
Well, you came up with it, John. You did it. John, it was all you, man. It was all you. It was all you. But I don't know if that would make sense, but whatever. We should do it anyway.
Or just have it point to the store. And honestly, I think we should get a new store at some point soon.
So if you go to theepicmail.com, it has all the StayBallsy stuff.
Yeah. If you go there now, it just says this domain has just been purchased.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Although
awesome.
It looks like it's thepicmail.com.
Well, it's not. But
it's not.
But if you go to epicmail.com, you're going to get something bad, so don't do that. Unless you like that sort of thing, which is perfectly acceptable and perfectly fine in my opinion. Well, you might not like it. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. All right, so that's it. So, John, you came over last week.
I did.
You don't remember this?
No, I said I did. That was no question.
So OJ came over to my house last Thursday, and I was a little excited about it. And we hasn't done that in a long time, and
been a while.
I was like, oh man, this is great. So I decided I got to clean up. I started cleaning. I'm gonna make him dinner. I'm making dinner for OJ. So I'm gonna barbecue a bunch of burgers, which is his favorite food. It's if she likes more than anything in the world.
I love burgers.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm saying it.
I love them.
And I was so excited. I had a plate of food in my hands, 2 big plates. And I go up so I have the barbecue on the porch, and I open the door and I slip, and I hit my head on this light fixture that is like really old, because the house is from the '60s, And I hit my head on this light fixture. It doesn't even work. It's just like a glass thing with a bulb in it, and hit my head on it. And like a bunch of wasps come flying out of this thing. Apparently they've been living in there for 100 years or something. I don't know how long.
Just chilling out.
That's where they were sleeping. I woke them all up. One of them bites me in the face.
Lovely.
I still held the food though while this is happening. I still maintained
You're
control.
A strong man, sir. This is how you lead the Ramborgians.
It bit me right in the side of the head. And it was just a crazy experience, man. It was a wild experience.
Ouch.
And then I'm out, and I start whatever, and it's flying around. I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna cook, and I'm cooking. Then OJ shows up, and he comes to the door. He's like, what's going on? Why is the door shut? What's happening? And then all of a sudden he saw the monster come by.
Just like, nope, 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 nope.
And OJ waited inside as I cooked food. Did you like the food I made for you?
Oh, it was great. The combination of meat and cheese was really good, and those jalapenos just were perfect.
It was a 3 cheese. What was the cheese? It was a 3 cheese pepper.
Pepper jack?
3 different pepper jacks? Is that what that is?
I think it was 3 pepper jack or something.
Oh, 3 peppers in a jack. 1 jack with 3 peppers.
That sounds like something you'd see on epicmail.com. But
I think the site?
I think it was Boar's Head 3 pepper jack, I think.
Oh, and someone's saying that it bit him, not... No, I guess it stung is the right way to say it.
It depends. I mean, I think wasps can do both, can't they?
Oh, here we go. El Vassal says, did OJ suck out the poison? I should have made you do that. John, I got bit by a snake.
It wasn't a snake.
Let's just say, this ever happens where someone is actually bit by a snake, right? In the crotch. If one of us told the other person, we'd never believe them. Because we talked about this so much that, if you told me that, I'd be like, you're making this up. There's no way it actually could happen. Then you would die.
Yeah,
That would be a
one of
terrible
us would die.
Because we would just be like, you're making that up as a joke, right?
Honestly, you're supposed to like put a tourniquet or something around the area.
Oh, now you're making excuses not to suck the poison.
No, but I'm saying you'd probably.
I don't
do
have to
both,
suck the
but-
poison out of your dick because you put a tourniquet. I just made this
Oh
up.
gosh, that would be. No, I'm just imagining how painful that would be for all parties involved.
The sucking or the tourniquet?
The tourniquet.
Not the sucking. That's not going to be painful.
Have you ever sucked on a wound, John?
No, I've never sucked on anything. You have? I don't know where this is going.
I don't.
All right, I forgot. So anyway, we had a big meeting about the next episode of SchnoHole. A whole bunch. We were talking about it and stuff. I showed OJ some of the footage I have right now. It's going pretty well. I've been working on it as much as I can during the week, which is actually quite a bit. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. I don't have a release date for you. It's going to come out when it's ready and it's perfect. Or not perfect, but the best as I can make it. That's when you'll see it.
When it's the best
It can
around.
be. When it's the best it can be, that's when it will be out. And obviously it's a action-packed episode. I think some of it we kind of maybe overreached a little bit with the action. Because a lot of it's like the first time doing certain things. But it's not terrible. And I'm still working on it. It's going to come out nice. We're going to make it nice.
So.
We're going to make it nice for you. We're going to make it nice for you. Right?
It's what we do.
So something that happened recently, New York Comic Con is coming up in October. So I was on the website, and I'm looking at it, and there's like all kinds of stuff on it. It's like submit yourself for a panel, submit yourself for a screening, all kinds of different things like that. So I said, you know what the hell? Let's apply for a screening for SchnoHole Punch, and the one that I selected was episode number 6. And I applied for it. It took me about an hour to fill out all the stuff. It was pretty crazy.
Dang.
You had to put write down like everyone's name that's in it. Because I guess they want to contact them and say, is this okay to show you or something if you get selected. So all kinds of different questions. A lot of it was who's your national distributor, what studio are you with, and shit like that. What awards have you won and stuff like that. And right there, you're probably out of the running. I don't know if they watch everything. They probably just go, okay, they answered this way for this question. These people are out. I don't know. Do you think they watch everything that they get?
They must get so many entries.
You think so?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know if they watch everything.
Well, you got to realize it's not, this isn't a panel. Obviously a panel is impossible to get. But a screening is what? There's a room? What's a screening?
I guess. I mean, I've actually never gone to a screening at Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con, sorry. I guess they set up a room and just run things?
They just run stuff. That's pretty much all it is. The thing's for 5 days. Right?
4?
No, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, 4 days. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were right. EpicMail.com.
Sorry.
TheEpicMail.com. Anyway. So it's like, I fill this whole thing out. And they ask how much time you need, what time you'd like to do it. And I basically said I need a half hour. Because it's a half-hour episode. I said, any time that you want to give us, we'll take. And they asked for a description of what the series is about. I wrote that. Mm-hmm. They said, why would you like it to be shown? And I basically said, I feel it's a example of what a person can make with just hard work and dedication, and if I may be so bold, some creative thought.
I would have put in a love of comics as well.
I did that as well, and I said, it's not about, for me, it's not about promoting it or trying to make money off of it. It's to be part of Comic-Con, where all my heroes, the people that I love, look up to, are in this building. They're probably not going to be at the screening watching it, but they'll be there, and I'll get to be part of this event in some fashion. And that means a lot to me. So that's what I wrote. So, a couple weeks go by. And we get this in the mail. Let's see here. It's one of these photos here. Here you go. Thank you for interest in New York Comic Con 2013. We received hundreds of screening submissions. There were tough decisions to make as we combed through the list. Due to the enormous demand, we are sadly unable to provide you with a screening slot this year. So we were denied. And it's sad because if they did give us a shot, I would have worked. I would have done everything I can to give the people something that they would remember, something entertaining, and something good, and something fresh, and something maybe they never saw before.
We fit all those categories.
And as you see here, New York Comic Con has several different places here. I guess they want you to contact them because they put all this information. So at New York _comic_con, which is a terrible name that they chose for that. I don't know why they did that. Let them know how you feel about that, whatever that opinion may be. If you have a chance, a lot of people did this already, but if you have a chance, please let them know how you feel that we will not be part of the Comic Con festivities this year. Just let them know how you feel about it. They'd like to know. That's why they have this information. But, it's kind of sad, because, I asked for, it's just a half hour to play the thing. Like, you can't find that. Let us play it in the bathroom. Give us a TV in the bathroom, something. A closet.
Oh, man, that would be weird.
Just something, man. Just give me something, it's sad. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's all part of the story, OJ, right? It's all part of the story, the journey that we're on.
Yeah.
That all of us are on, and perhaps who knows what the future will be? Maybe there'll be some kind of some Ramborgian will make a documentary one day about this thing, and we'll be sitting there and going, 5 years ago we were denied by the New York Comic Con. Look at us now. I don't know, or maybe the high point's already passed. I don't know. That's the mystery. That's the excitement of life. You don't know, but all you can do is keep moving forward. Sink or swim, OJ. Sink or swim.
Could we just float? It's not really either.
No, it's either, man.
Dramatic.
Yeah, it is. It's either. That's the problem. That's the problem you have. You gotta think more in more extremes and more drastic and dramatic ways. So, I don't know. It's annoying. The Comic Con stuff's really corporate. And what do you think the stuff they're going to be showing is? It's going to be like 45 different, zombie things. 45 different rip-offs of The Walking Dead.
It's going to be the sort of stuff that you see from the big... I think it's going to be stuff like that, and some of the... I wouldn't be surprised if you see a couple independent films from people who have a giant presence on YouTube. By giant, I mean they don't Phil or higher than Phil levels.
Okay.
All doing
people
zombie
that are more,
stuff.
Okay, John, I feel insulted by what you said.
What?
But people from YouTube, they're more important. Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. John, I'm saying they're going to be doing it from
All right, just stop. But here's the thing though, based on what you just told me, what's the point of really going? Because then if you're just seeing things that you'll see anywhere else, and that's what's kind of becoming.
That's the point. That's the problem.
That's what's kind of becoming.
To be, you told me, John. You told me this. It's supposed to be where you go to see new stuff that you wouldn't be able to find any other way.
Well, you see things that you know and you enjoy and you like, but then maybe you find out about some new things, maybe something you didn't know about. That's what it used to be. That's what it used to be, man. It used to be a little more open to people. You used to go to these conventions years ago. There'd be a dude that made a comic book, right? His own self-published book. He'd be at a table with it. Mm-hmm. Is that going to happen in your Comic-Con? Could people front several $1,000s to have a table?
And to be able to get Comic-Con to agree to give them the table, even if they have the money.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. I remember going. We were talking about 2000. I went to the first 2006 maybe, and the DC panel was a small room, and Jim Lee and these guys were sitting at a table, and people were going in and out of the room, the panel. It was no big. I walked in the middle of it, sat down, left 20 minutes later. It was now it's just out of control, man. So that's what happens when Hollywood gets control of things. I don't know why they. I could kind of see why, because I think a lot of the people at these things, they saw that a lot of the people selling things are making money off of their intellectual properties, stuff they're not really supposed to be making or selling, I guess. So they go, hey, wait a second, we should be part of this and make the money or something. But now it's just another thing. It's just another thing, man. It's another corporate thing.
I'm trying to remember New York Comic Con last year. I remember it being a giant Nintendo booth, giant DC booth, giant Marvel booth, giant things everywhere. You've got some vendors and then some huge companies just taking up a ton of space.
Yeah.
And the vendors are selling stuff based on the huge company stuff. There are a few independent things, but it doesn't sound like there's anywhere near as many as that first time you went.
That underground culture is kind of wiped away, and now you just have like this I don't know.
I will say, I went to the Artist Alley. And in the Artist Alley, which was in the middle of nowhere, yet again, that's where I saw some of the independent comic authors. But not that many. A lot of them were artists who drew for comics and stuff and were selling their art, and a few people were doing comics and whatnot. But the main floor, the main event, was all, the big corporate stuff. And all the artists, first of all, if you weren't a, picture artist, like an artist who draws stuff or paints stuff, makes some sort of two-dimensional image, you pretty much didn't go. Those are the only artists they had. And there's other types of art out there. What if you sculpted superheroes? I didn't see any of those. But even the comic authors and artists that, had their own independent things or had just gotten picked up or were, they were doing like their thing online and then coming here to sell their books and stuff. The only place you found them was an Artist Alley, which was honestly hard to find.
Well, it's a business, and they go, Nintendo's going to be here, and Sony, whatever, and then that's people go, oh, I know what those are, I'm going to go, I'm going to pay money to go.
Yeah.
But the whole thing's kind of weird, because it's like you pay money to go, and once you're there, they're just trying to sell you other things.
Yeah, and I will say...
Let me go to this place where I pay money to go, and then I can look at advertisements for stuff that's coming, and, pay for that in the future.
Yeah, but I do want to agree with Mooney right now. He says Artist Alley was pretty cool. Didn't find it until I was leaving. And Artist Alley was pretty darn cool. There was some awesome stuff there.
Well, didn't you get kicked out of there?
I didn't get kicked out. I didn't get in this year.
They didn't let you have a thing last year.
Was it last year? No. Well, 2 years ago I did have one. Last year I couldn't get one because
they told you that you didn't make art.
Yeah, they told me I didn't make art. They told me I made merchandise.
It wasn't really art that you were making.
Yeah.
So you can't be part of this. I don't know. That's what it is. With that being said, looks like I am going to the event.
I'm going.
Yes, OJ will be there. I'll be going on a Friday. I didn't go last year. I went the year before that. I'll be there on Friday. So if anyone's going, please come say hello.
I'll be there on Saturday and Sunday.
Maybe you'll see some of the
make Friday.
You'll see some of the big YouTube people that OJ was talking about. They're much bigger than us, more important. And maybe you'll say hi to them. If you see me, maybe you could walk up to me, and if you're not embarrassed to be seen with me, I will be polite to you, say hello, and we'll talk a little bit about theepicmail.com and some other things. What is your problem? That's what you said.
I'll be there on Sunday and Saturday, most likely.
Why'd you say Sunday before Saturday? It's so bizarre.
Because it's got fewer syllables.
I'll be there Sunday and Saturday. I will be there Friday and Tuesday.
Those are the same amount of syllables.
What is happening here? What's going on?
Words.
So it's I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the stuff, so it's fun to go.
Last time I was there, I bought a ton of comics for cheap. You can still find some of those. It's a fight, though.
I will buy stuff, but it won't be from the big P. I'll be from some dude's table that paid a shit ton to go there.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go to one of those store tables or one of the little stores, or the Artist Alley. Find something new at the Artist Alley. Every time I go to a convention, I try to find something new. A new book to read or something. Actually, this time I didn't manage to find any. I went to I don't know when we're gonna talk about Otakon, but keeping that going, finding new stuff. For once, I actually have a prop within reach to talk about while I'm talking about it. A comic I'd never heard of that I picked up at a convention. And by picked up, I mean my girlfriend brought it and let me read it when she was done. And it's actually really cool. It's called The Dreamer.
You seem completely unprepared for this.
And it's by Laura Innes. And it's awesome.
All right.
It's kind of girly, but it's interesting.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're supporting the lifeblood of pop culture, right? Because what's popular today is not popular tomorrow, and what's popular tomorrow is what's on the underground and bubbling up today. And those people need help to get where they got to go.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, she managed to get published by IDW, so that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's big. It's just it's upsetting. I feel like we deserve to be there. I feel like I would put up that episode up against anything that they're showing
You'd
there.
probably take it down. You would destroy
No, I'm
them.
not going to say it's better than anything else, but I think it's on par and good. And I think people that would have seen it would have enjoyed it. But hey, man,
Can totally hold its own against
like I always
most
say,
of the stuff I've seen.
we're just getting started, Johnny. Mm-hmm. It's a wild, wacky ride. I think at times OJ wants to get off the ride. I think it's a little bumpy and it's a roller coastery, and he wants to throw up and get off. But
I have Pepto-Bismol.
we're on the ride. All you guys are a part of it too. I don't want you to think like it's just us. We're talking about our shit. We're all of us are together, and no matter where we go, you guys are coming with us, right?
It's a very big roller coaster.
And you might think I'm full of crap, whatever you think that I'm saying. But if we ever get where we should be going, everybody's coming with, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Are you okay?
No, you just remind me of
wrong?
something, and I'm trying to figure out. No, because someone made
Your
a
mind is so
joke
strange.
earlier about one of the words you used, and I'm trying to figure out how it's relevant to the discussion, but I can't find a good way to bring it up, and it was painful trying to remember it.
Your mind is something else, man. It's a great thing. I mean, it's a great thing. I'm not knocking you or anything.
Like, it just seems like for some reason when I'm having conversations with people, they keep bringing up poo, and it's kind of gross, and it's kind of annoying.
What are you talking
It keeps
about?
happening.
What is this even about?
I don't know.
You're the one that just brought poo up. No one was talking about that with you.
Yeah, you said you think I'm full of.
No, I did. I said you were to throw up. That's not.
No, you
anything to
said
do with
that you were full of. You may think that.
But that's
you
a
said-
phrase. It's not. I'm not literally
It's
saying
a phrase. I take things literally sometimes.
that. All right, John. Here, I'm gonna play something. Let me know if you know what this is.
Should I put my sound on?
No, there's no sound. What is this, John?
Oh man, it's a memory of a time.
This is right.
So long ago.
This is we introduced OJ, and we were doing a comic book show 3 years, probably a
Oh my!
little under 3 years ago.
You do not want to see what that shirt looks like now.
You still have it. Look at you.
still
You're so young. What happened?
It's been what,
Look at this guy.
4 years?
What happened? The ravages of time.
Oh come on! I
The
look that
ravages
much worse
of
now.
time.
Am I that bad?
The ravages of time.
I'm that bad now.
If you could go back in time, if you could go back in time, and would you say to yourself, "Get off the couch. Do not do this with him.
I'd say,
get the hell
dude,
out."
just eat your effing vegetables. It'll pay off. Trust me.
Why don't you do that now?
What?
Why don't you just do that now?
I ate 12 ounces of vegetables with dinner today, jerk face.
You just said you had a brownie and a freaking cookie, man.
That was dessert.
But that doesn't help you. Do you understand?
It doesn't help me. It hurts me, but I
So why
still
eat
ate the vegetables, and that's
But why even bother with the vegetables if you're gonna eat that afterwards?
because there's nutrients in the vegetables.
All right, I don't want to. This is not.
Can't let one bad decision
All right,
lead
let
you
it
into
go.
a second bad decision.
Let it go. Let it go.
No, hold on. This is a problem that people have where they go, oh man, I'm going to have cookies today. I might as well not eat vegetables. That's not right. If you're going to have the
No,
cookie, you should
you're
still eat the vegetables because at least then you're getting the nutrition from the vegetables.
What you're doing is something that's completely wrong.
What is wrong?
Because you're justifying the cookie with the
I'm
vegetables.
not justifying the cookie with anything.
Yes, you are. You're saying, oh, it could be worse. It could be worse if you don't eat the vegetables at all and just have the brownie. That could be much worse than what I did, so I'm not that wrong. But
No, I'm
at the
not
end of the
saying
day,
I'm not that
don't do
wrong.
that.
I'm saying I could have been more wrong than I was.
Yeah, but what is it? Why? Why even say that?
Well, because the only reason I brought that up
Just
was
deal
because
with just deal with what happened, and that's it. Don't go, you know what? I robbed the bank today, but I didn't kill like 13 people. I could have done that in the bank. I just took the money. So you know what? We'll live and let live.
if someone had come up to me and said, "Man," if someone asked me, "Man, what would you go back in time and do?" and then I had said,
All right.
I would go back in time and tell me not to kill people, and then you'd say, "But you just killed people today." I'd say, "No, I didn't kill people. I robbed the bank, but I didn't kill people."
I don't want to deal with that. We're trying to talk about comics right now. This is where we are.
Okay.
Okay? You want to do whatever you want with the food. I don't really care. I want you to be healthy because I want you to be around for a long time.
I understand that.
If you want to have the brownie with the thing that cancels out the vegetables, that's perfectly
But don't say that I didn't eat vegetables when I did eat
fine. I
vegetables.
didn't say you didn't eat them, but you
Yes,
basically... Forget it.
Anyway, let's talk about
Forget
comics
it.
before I go have another cookie.
All right. So
more.
that... Before you go have a cookie and watch more important people on YouTube. So this is right here. I can't believe you said that, by the way. That was John's book report. John's book report from several years ago. We talked about comic books. And throughout, I think a little bit after that, I kind of fell off with the comics. But recently I've gotten back into it with the assistance of our friend, SFT Hair, who's a great man. And he gives me free comics. And there has been a couple that I've recently purchased, and I'm starting to get back in the swing of it. And I'm kind of making OJ do the same thing. Right, OJ?
Aye.
So, we read Superior Spider-Man. I want to touch on a couple different series that are going on right now quickly and just talk about them a little bit. So, Superior Spider-Man, I've mentioned it before. Dr. Octopus has taken over the body of Peter Parker. And I kind of talked about it a little bit before the show you weren't on. My thoughts on it. What do you think about it? You read a couple of the issues, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about it?
About Superior Spider-Man in general?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, because some of the things that people may have complained about Peter Parker not doing as Spider-Man, because he is really smart. If he can build web shooters and do all this other sciencey technology stuff, there's probably so much more that he could have done except instead of doing this, but he felt he had to do everything on his own. Osborn's like, are you kidding me? Why didn't you do this? And goes out and makes his life so much easier. It's hilarious. He's like, how did Parker put up with this nonsense? This is garbage. This isn't fair. Why would anyone do this to themselves? No, we're fixing this, and we're fixing this now. He sees some of what Parker has done as wrong, as wasting his life.
Octavius, not Osborn.
I'm sorry, I meant to say
That's okay.
Yeah, Octavius.
That's okay. That's all right. You're rusty. You haven't done the book report in a long time.
Yeah, and he points out, Parker, you're a moron. And sometimes Parker's sitting there going, oh, why didn't I think of this?
Yeah, it's kind of sad because he's like a ghost, and he's just watching, he's watching him, and he can't stop anything. How many far did you get? How many issues did you get?
I thought I hit 5, but now I'm not sure if I hit 4. Finished 4.
Well, it's a really wacky idea, like it's out of left field, but it's fun. I read all 15, I think there are.
Yeah.
It's real cool. Like he gets stronger and stronger, and to the point where he has like an army, he has like a huge base, and he's just completely insane. And now where it's at now, he's like, I don't want to be Peter Parker anymore. Why do I have to live this guy's life and do these like mundane things when I have this power? I could just be Spider-Man, just be this, So we'll see where that goes. Does that upset you? Like some people are like freaking out. You killed Peter. Like, I feel bad for like the some of these guys that write these comics, because people just go off on them. I was looking at one page. People were writing comments about the dude that wrote it. You killed Peter. You son of a bitch. And it's like, obviously he's coming back. Chill out. But I'm sure he gets like nasty messages and stuff.
He was a clown.
That's a lot of pressure to write a character that's been existed for so long, So
completely changing the Spider-Man.
I enjoy it. And they're doing crazy stuff, but it's like working for some reason. The other one that's really weird, I don't think you read it yet, the all-new X-Men.
Yeah, I haven't read that yet.
This is completely crazy, too. It's basically the original X-Men team, which is Jean, Cyclops.
The best.
Beast, Iceman,
Angel.
They are taken from the past when they're teenagers. They're brought to the present day. The present day Marvel Universe. There's 2 Cyclopses, and they talk to each other and stuff. And again, that's you read that on paper. It's like, this is stupid. It's like bizarre, it's strange, but it's really fun. It's a really fun read.
Kind of messed up when you think about. Oh my gosh! I'm just picturing them hitting cell phones. Oh, that had to be hilarious. Please tell me they get to run into technology and kind of go.
Well, I guess it's supposed to be, I don't know, like when, it's not the 60s, they'd be too old. It's probably like they're 20 years ago they came from. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But that's really, it's wacky stuff. I think you should check it out.
Excuse me.
It's a crazy idea. And then, yes.
I'd say I would definitely read that.
Yeah, you should check it out, because you can read it for free. So. And the thing that started today, we both read it. It's Marvel's new big series. It's called Infinity.
Beyond!
I just read the Age of Ultron, which was not that great. But now they're doing like these big things all the time, and it's called Infinity. It's got Thanos. I don't really know what to make of it. It's the first issue. They kind of set up some stuff. What do you have to say?
Well, it was interesting. I mean, let me look at my notes. First of all, I was just kind of interested at some of the choices they made. For example, so how long have the New Mutants been in the Avengers? When did this happen?
The Avengers.
When did Sunspot and Cannonball join the Avengers? Was that the end of Avengers vs. X-Men?
No, like the Avengers expanded to like a bigger team, and it's got all Spider-Mans in there. All kinds of different people are in it.
Dude, Spider-Man's been in the Avengers for like ever.
Superior Spider-Man's in it.
But I mean, it's dark, man. This is effing dark.
It's like one of the storylines. Reminds me of the original Crisis, Infinite Earths, where it's like the different universes are getting destroyed.
Except it's all the same universe and just different planets and whatnot.
I don't like how the heroes like found out about what's going on. They're just like, "Hey, look at this computer. This is happening. Let's all get together."
We're listening to their space transmissions.
I love all the different crossover series where like everyone gets together in one room. Like they all do this. Like every one of them, even going back like 100 years. Like there's always that one shot of like Captain America, whoever's like talking, and there's like everyone's there just hanging out.
Yeah.
And just imagine like how bad that room must smell because you have all these different heroes and shit, and their costumes, smells like latex and sweat. They're probably running around all day fighting crime. They're all in this big room together. It's disgusting, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I was just confused because some of the costume changes are just kind of...
Like Iron Man's got a...
Yeah, what the frell happened to Iron Man? What did I miss?
He has like a spacesuit. You can go to outer space and stuff.
So that explains it.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of funny to see, what's her name, Agent Brand?
Who's that?
Like, the green-haired girl from Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah.
She was actually being useful for once. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Right.
And I always like when you get to see, oh no, how did I forget his name? That's so dumb. The guy, the king of the Inhumans, who if he talks, things
Black
explode.
Bolt or whatever.
Yeah, because that's got to be kind of interesting. Like, he can't talk. When he talks, things explode.
He talks in this, he whispers and does some damage.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be, pretty interesting. There's, we'll see what happens. It's only the first issue. I think it's going to be like 10 or something. It's going to go for a while.
Yeah, there's two more things I really like.
Yes, go ahead.
One, the breaks in the comic are pretty cool. Like, at the end of it, there's a pause, like a blank white page, and then like a title or heading.
Yeah, it has like title cards, basically.
It's stylistic title cards. Another one was that at the end there's a miniature Silver Surfer comic.
Yes, I didn't read that yet, did you?
Apparently, like, if you read the page before it says, "This is Marvel's Infinity, the first comic designed to be read on the internets first, before paper second."
Yeah, but I don't really understand. Why is that, though?
You read the Silver Surfer part.
Yeah.
It opens the panels as you advance.
Oh.
So it shows you the first part of the page, the second part of the page, the third part of the page, the fourth, they're filling in the page. And then you hit it again, and the fifth thing, it changes some of the dialogue on one of the pages.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. I like to see the whole page at once.
It forces you to focus on certain areas.
Yeah, I don't like it, because what I like to do is I open the page, I look at the whole thing first, and then I read it. But first I take it all in. What am I looking at?
I have problems with that part. I am bad at that part.
You don't look at it, you just read it.
I look at it, but I look at it with the words going through my head, and I find it hard to focus on the art.
Do you make your own voices in your head for the characters? What does Iron Man sound like? Does he sound like you? The Cyclops
clank.
The Cyclops sound like you.
No, he actually sounds like the 90s cartoon and the Marvel games.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right, so we'll be talking about that as the months go. I've been reading, I talked about a while ago, Batman 66, which is a comic that's based on the 60s Batman show. And it's pretty much what you would expect, but it's pretty fun, it's pretty true to like what it was, and it's got all the characters. I know Joker's going to be in it, and he's got the mustache painted over with the white paint. It's pretty awesome.
I gotta tell you one funny thing.
Yes.
Reading Infinity, there's one part in the beginning where they break down a door, and the sound effect is smash. And then like 2 pages later, their sound effect is like zzz. And I'm just reading I'm like, did someone get their Batman in my Marvel? I don't understand what's going on here. This is grim stuff, and they're using the most hilarious sound effects ever.
Well, it's not like somebody slipping on a banana peel. Whoop. Whoopee. Yeah, Stooges sounds.
Everyone, like half of the audience is going, "Oh man, why not Zoidberg?" And the other half is going Stooges. And the other half is going, "How is there another third half?"
And I also saw the this movie that came out. I showed it to you. Justice League Flashpoint.
Yeah.
I saw it at the store at Target. It was like $13 for the Blu-ray and the DVD and the digital.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for all
so
three.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get it. And it's pretty good. It's the animation's awesome. You know, I like the way it looks. You know, the animation.
It's well drawn, well done.
Oh, it looks great. It's definitely more adult oriented, but like some of the stuff they kind of like was kind of forced. Like Hal Jordan says crap. And then there's a thing.
You know why, right?
I don't know. And then
you know why, right?
Why?
That was PG-13, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's like okay, did they really need to be saying that? And then
make it PG-13, yeah.
Just to push it to that point.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it did it in Transformers as well.
Yeah, but you could do it like in a more creative way.
True.
Just say crap. And then there's a scene with Wonder Woman. She's fighting one of the villains, and she's like about to hit him with something, and she's like, you better tuck it back. As like a joke, but it was just like, yeah, really. So I thought like some of them, they were trying a little too hard to be, I don't know, whatever they're trying to be. But overall, it's really good, man. You should watch it.
Yeah.
It deals with like the same kind of stuff, alternate timeline stuff.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know why it's being done so much now again, because it's been done so many times. But it's got like Batman's awesome. It's got a major twist with Batman. I don't want to spoil it for you. But it's awesome. All the new the characters changed in the future, you know, in the new timeline, whatever, and they're all pretty cool. So I really enjoyed it.
I just want to quickly throw out there. I meant the old like 80s Transformers movie, not the new one. But so
Thanks for clarifying that.
It fairly Neji 2011 thought I meant the new movie, I think. But it actually fairly well follows the story from the comic? Or no?
I didn't read it. A few people told me they changed it.
Huh.
But I don't know. I liked it. I think most people seemed like they enjoyed it. A lot of people were, from a lot of other things I saw out there, people were saying it was like one of the best DC animated things that they ever did.
I really liked New Frontier.
That's probably my favorite. The one I don't like is this one. This stupid.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Superman Doomsday.
Yeah.
They completely changed it around. I don't know why. I want to give it. You want it? I'll give it to you. You can have it.
No, dude. The last time you did that, we ended up throwing the DVD
like,
out.
Yeah, I know. There's a clone Superman. And, I don't know what's going on with that. So. Yeah, there's some fun stuff, man. There's some fun stuff going on. Yeah.
What?
There you go.
And I'm just still sad that Green Lantern First Flight was so meh. It was okay.
That was okay.
Yeah. Hey, at least he got his own animated movie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super.
At least he got his own real movie.
Which is like the animated movie is so much better.
He got his own real movie.
Honestly, New Frontier is a better Green Lantern origin story than either.
Right. Here's something completely, I don't know. Completely shifting gears completely here. I found this article. I was looking at stuff. And looking at Epic Mail on the internet. I was finding different things. And then I found this article. It's about the top 10 worst products McDonald's ever had.
Okay, let's get ready for this one.
You don't want to hear them?
No, I'm preparing myself.
What do you have, like a bag or something, like a vomit bag?
Yeah, I got one behind me.
Some of the stuff is pretty bad. So number 10, the Mick Croquet, and it was designed croquette. I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah.
It was designed for the Japanese market. It was deep-fried macaroni, shrimp, and mashed potatoes, served on a bed of cabbage. And it did not do well.
Not surprising. I mean, croquettes are pretty popular in Japan, but I wouldn't necessarily trust McDonald's to do it.
I got McDonald's several times while I was there because it was down the street and it was, I know what it is and it's quick.
Teriyaki Mac Burger.
So the number 9, the Hula Burger. You might have heard of this one. You heard about this?
It probably involves pineapple, but I don't know.
It was created in 1963. It was aimed at Roman Catholics. You know about that. Who are forbidden to eat meat on Fridays during Lent. That is something that my family does. I sit there and eat a steak in front of them. It's a burger, but instead of the meat, they put a piece of pineapple in there. It's got everything else is basically the same.
That's not food. That's a dessert surrounded by condiments.
Yeah. Sounds pretty gross. The McDLT.
What's the...
Lettuce and tomato.
Who wants the D?
The D is McDonald's and it's lettuce and tomato.
That's condiments on bread.
The meat and the bottom half of the bun were prepared separately from the lettuce, tomato, American cheese, pickles, sauces, and top half of the bun. Both were then packaged in specifically designed two-side containers. The consumer was then expected to finalize the preparation of the sandwich by combining the hot and cool sides just prior to eating. So they expected the person to build. They give you like all the parts, and you had to build it.
Look, this isn't like Korean barbecue. This isn't shabu shabu. What's your problem?
All right, so this is number 7, the Arch Deluxe. You remember that? That was only a couple years ago. I remember that 10 years ago.
I don't remember what it was though. Besides,
I used to have it. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was okay. The hamburger for adults, a sophisticated grown-up taste, and let's see. I don't know what it has. It doesn't say what's in it.
It's a bad. Why do you? What makes a burger adult besides?
Well, it had a new secret sauce for grown-ups.
Bourbon.
Made of mustard and mayonnaise.
Bourbon.
Hickory smoked bacon. I don't know. I never thought it was that bad. I don't really know. Here's number 6, John. The McLobster.
Ugh. Gross, man.
The McLobster.
You don't get shellfish from McDonald's.
Listen to that. Here's the interesting thing about this. Still available in some Canadian franchises, and also available in Maine. Think about that. I don't know. They like it. They like it.
Still be a thing.
Number 5, the McHot Dog. 1990s.
I remember that.
The McHot Dog. And you think about it, like they have burgers. Why don't they have hot dogs?
Because there's some limits on what even McDonald's will classify as food.
Right. So who knows what's going on in there? It never worked. The McPizza. That's probably disgusting. Number 3, the McPasta. And you're going to appreciate this. Because it was, let's see here. McDonald's began testing a pasta-based menu at 40 units across Rochester, New York.
Yeah!
That's the only place they tested it on. I don't know why they picked that. They're like, they were going to test this here.
I don't know. They're not really a good cross-section.
And it didn't really work out. They tried it in New Zealand and Australia. And then they just got rid of it.
They dropped it like a bear.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird. Like Rochester, New York, those are our test subjects. We will poison.
Rochester, New York.
We will poison all these people.
Place. Dude, you got Tom Walls. There's no need to go to McDonald's.
Number 2, the McAfrica. Right, and it basically talks about the time they released this. There was a terrible widespread famine in Africa, which was all over the news. McDonald's says, let's make the McAfrica. And it was very poor timing. It contained beef and vegetables on pita bread. The backlash was so severe, McDonald's put donation boxes for famine relief in all stores selling the product.
Why didn't they just ship, food there?
Send the pasta.
All profits from the McAfrica go to Africa. There you go. Oh, no one bought it, so that wouldn't have worked. So just send them food or money for food.
All right, and then number one, the McLean Deluxe. McLean Deluxe.
Oh gosh, please
Low
tell me
fat.
it was 99% olestra.
The fat was the fat that was removed was replaced with water. But to make the water stay in the meat, it was mixed with carrageenan.
Carrageenan. I think
Seaweed.
I think
Seaweed.
it's made from algae.
The burger tasted awful, had a limited market, and fell dismally, which is really no surprise. There you go.
Oy.
There you
I'm
go.
kind of feeling gross now.
I would love to get all this stuff made
You
and just have OJ eat the stuff.
You're trying to make me barf up my cookie.
Yeah, because it's not good for it. You shouldn't have eaten it in the first place, despite the vegetables that you had.
I didn't eat it because of the vegetables. I was going to eat the cookie no matter what. It was going to happen. The cookie and I had a date.
How does this become like a 3-hour conversation?
Mm.
How did your boxers change? What happened here?
I don't know. I got something
you
else
do?
we could talk about, though, briefly.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. This is about McDonald's?
No. So I want to give a shout out to a man named, oh gosh, I wrote it down. I'm pretty sure I got it right. A man named Sean. He's in the service, stationed out in Maryland, originally from Dallas, Texas, because I ran into him this weekend at Otakon in Baltimore. He came up to me and said hi and said that he likes the show and stuff. I gave him a card and whatnot. Really nice guy. Because, as some of you may have known but didn't really care about because it really isn't that exciting, I went to Otakon this weekend. And I just want to share one thing about Otakon that was really cool this year and tell you how I spent my time. I spent about 6 hours of my time there waiting in line. That's right, folks. I sat down, plunked myself down on the carpet, waited in line.
For what?
There was a Yoko Kanno concert. She did music for Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain, I think Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, a lot of stuff. She's a composer, and she was debuting, showing off her Piano Me recital music thing. And I will tell you, I have never seen so many people cry. Everyone was just, you just look around and everyone is just like, their eyes are tearing up. It was amazing. If you ever get a chance to see Yoko Kanno, do it. Plus, there was a really sweet light show with the piano, which involved a projector, fake marbles, and a duck.
All right.
I didn't want to ramble on too much, but I guess I'll leave it there. But yeah, Yoko Kanno, if you guys get a chance, she's only done, I think, 3 shows in the States. If it comes up near you, go do it. It was amazing.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, enjoying yourself out there. It's good. Yes.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that it was cool.
All right, good.
Yeah, it was kind of funny just waiting there in line behind. I was behind 5 people for about 4 hours just sitting there, just playing DS and accumulating Street Pass tags. And then when I wasn't waiting in line for the concert, I was kind of just wandering around. I may have gotten some video footage, which we may see at a later date. But I don't know. I think the concert was the best part of Otakon, followed by some interesting things in the Artist Alley. But I was expecting better panels. I was sad.
Better panels.
Mm-hmm.
Better panels. What's a good panel?
They weren't bad. I just didn't see anything I wanted to see. Am I getting old? I think I'm getting old.
Well, you could go to like 75 different conventions. So I think, walking around, looking at stuff for several days at a time might be getting a little tiring at this point for you. But who knows?
Okay.
You think that's possible?
It's possible.
All right. It happens. Just want to space things out, It becomes a special event when it happens once in a while.
It's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to Gen Con this week, so...
Oh.
Yep.
When is that?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I actually have a ticket. I bought a ticket, but I just couldn't scrape together the vacation days, and I didn't want to spend the money on airfare. I bought the ticket already, though, so I'm stuck with it.
You should send me to a convention.
You want to go, man?
We can switch places. You come here, sit in the darkness alone, working on the footage, and you can send me off to a party or something. How's this sound?
Dude, if you want to go somewhere.
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Okay.
Let's do some comments, Johnny.
All right.
What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think about the comments?
Got some good stuff
You
here.
think you want to do the comments?
I can do the comments right here.
What do you think about the comments?
I think we've got one from
like-
Jack V. Foster.
You like the comments? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey! Just watching some BTS of Schnozman and Hole Punch. Just wondering what you used to film and specifically what microphone and boom. Thanks.
What is the camera?
We have a Sony Alpha. Oh gosh, it's 750. I think it's an Alpha. I forgot the actual number. Oh my gosh, it's right there. I see the.
All right,
box.
well it's from that line. It's not like the super expensive, but it's like a medium, I guess you could say. It's not cheap. It's not super expensive.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean,
A35, Sony Alpha 35 or A35.
I'm glad that people ask these kind of questions. I think we can help people out with stuff like this. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good camera. I think the only thing that I don't like, if you put it on autofocus, you could hear the focusing is very loud.
Yeah.
And the camera will actually pick that up. So
And-
a lot of times you have to go manual. And sometimes when you go in certain environments, it's really hard to do the manual focus.
Yeah, it's tough.
When it's focused, it'll give you like a green light, but sometimes you can't find it and you have to manually figure it out, which is kind of annoying. And then the microphone, we've used several different types of microphones, right?
Yeah, we have our first microphone, the one that works sometimes, and finally started working when we got a version of it that had a coiled cable, is the Audio-Technica ATR 6550.
Holy crap! Why do you know this?
You can get it off Amazon.com. It's about our MSRP is $100. You can get it for like $50 to $80.
That's the good one we have.
That's the okay one that sometimes fails miserably.
Yeah, then we have a better one that we got with the T-shirt money, which is the official Sony mic, I guess, for the camera.
Yeah, the Sony A35, the Sony ECM CG50 shotgun mic.
Yeah.
Comes with a really nice fuzzy, what's it called, like a cattail windscreen. Pretty nice. And actually what's cool is that the holder for that microphone fits the Audio-Technica one as well. Now the big problem we've got is that in the middle of them you're going to need a cable. If you don't want to mount the microphone on your camera, you need a cable. And we had a couple cables in the past that ended up being really junky. Like, they'd work for a little bit, but if you bend the cable at all, the connection will get busted, and then you'll get static whenever you try to record, and it'll sound awful. Or they won't be shielded enough. The best we've gotten is the Rode RODE VC1 stereo mini jack extension cable. It's just, I think a 3/16 plug, the same as a microphone. You plug the microphone into that, plug that into your camera, and then you can mount that on a boom. Unfortunately, we may have forgotten to do that when we were out and about before, so we're still using the shotgun, but this has been the best cable that we've used so far. It's about $10. We've gotten cheaper cables, but this $10 one's done the best job.
All right, there you go. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's what we use. It's not the best setup ever. I think if you want to do it right, you're supposed to have like audio separate device, and then you kind of sync it together and all kinds of things. But that's what we do because it's what we have to do. So.
Okay.
Yes. What else we got?
So our next comment comes from Sweet Life 101545. Is the thumbnail what I think it is?
Yes, there was a big uproar about the thumbnail last week. Mr. Iron Wolf made that. Perhaps the most beautiful thumbnail of all in the history of YouTube, I think. I'm kind of surprised that's still allowed to be up there. That's pretty out there.
Excuse me. I'm very surprised. It's good art, but I'm very surprised they didn't take it down.
Yeah, it seems like it should be taken down. Like it shouldn't be allowed to be on there in any way.
I guess if it's an animal, no one cares.
I just think we're so off the radar. They don't even care. They just.
Aww. Or everyone who's watching.
You know what? They go. You know what? No one's really watching anyway, so just let them have it. No, I mean I don't know. I mean I don't care. I mean if they take it down, it's just gonna go back up. If we get banned, then we just build another channel. I'm not afraid of them. They should be afraid of me. That's how
I
it
ain't
goes.
afraid of no ghosts.
I'm not afraid of no YouTube. Yeah.
And in relation to this, we have a comment from Delicious Skooma.
Mm-hmm.
If I see that disgusting thumbnail in my sub box again, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, you know what happened? Like, it's kind of that's a funny point because I went up once and then I took it down, like I said earlier. And then I tried to put it up again. I took it down. It didn't work right, and I think it went up like 3 or 4 times. So think about this: like every time it went up, people got it in their sub boxes like 4 times.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's how it goes.
Oh man, why would you do that to humanity?
That's what happens when you subscribe to my channel. You
This
just
is what
might
happens
get camel balls in your sub box 4 times in the same
when
day.
you find a stranger in the Alps.
Yeah, there you
This is
go.
what you get.
Yes.
Now, speaking of blinding people,
Color Me Kevin says, I love the thumbnail. Many people loved it.
hey, it was good art. It was just not something everyone always wants in their sub box.
4 times.
So Salik Ali says, okay, Epic Mail Site has left me blind.
All right, well, we talked about this earlier. I don't want to bring this up again. That was
Okay.
about 40 minutes of the show today was this discussion. Iron Wolf says someone should kill the guy who made that monstrosity in reference to the picture he made himself.
Iron Wolf, we like you. Don't suggest such a thing.
I give him credit because he had to work with the balls. He had to take the picture. He had to search for balls, first of all.
Ah, danger.
He had to look for balls. He had to find the perfect ball shot. Then he had to take it. He had to manipulate the art, put the faces on it, stare at the balls. Probably a good 45 minutes of staring at balls. So, I mean, that's something else, man. OJ, give him props. Come on, man. I feel like
It was
you're
good art. I said it was good art several times.
You're a little rude to him last week about it.
I said it was good art then, dang it. It's
All
well
right.
made. It's just explicit.
All right, fair enough. Keep going.
Okay. Rand Buckingham says, I'm watching this from Cyprus on holiday. Great work, John.
Well, thank you, sir, for taking your time out of your holiday, your vacation,
Yes,
and
seriously.
watching this disaster.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Yeah. There you go. You deserve a much longer vacation than you got, I'm sure.
By at least a half hour.
By at least several months of vacation you deserve. Maybe you can go to OJ to many of these conventions he goes to every weekend. OJ, take some people to conventions with you. If you're going to go, at least take someone with you. Take these people with you.
Who wants to go?
Everyone does.
Well, meet me there, y'all.
All right.
All right, our next comment is from Madhead Productions.
Yes.
I watched this while on the toilet. It was disgusting, just like the show. And I like it. Welcome back, OJ. I missed your ojacular smells. Without you, the show was awful. Don't tell John I said that. I think he already knew.
Did you say
that you
awful
said
or
that.
awful?
Affwol.
Affwol. Bring it back. Bring it back. Affwol. There you go.
Go figure.
But didn't we just say that awful meant good? Back when we talked about that?
Probably.
So, I don't know. Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say mad props to Trevor right now for he purchased the Humble Bundle deal right now, and he gave out in chat his Mirror's Edge Steam key because he already has it.
Wow.
So thank you very much. That's very nice of you.
Other people are pointing out how your video and voice don't match up properly.
I don't know what you're
Skype issue.
talking
It's a
about. I
Skype
mean, it's
issue.
got to be something that can be fixed, right? It's okay. I don't think it's a big problem. I think we should just
Yeah, your connection's weird today. You look all messed up. Alright, whatever. Okay.
So our next comment is from our dear friend Riceball23. Like I said earlier, the intro is so dang heartwarming. All of the messages from Ramborgians with John's music in the background really captures the heart of the show and how far John and OJ and all of Ramborgia have come. So many obstacles, setbacks, hard work, pain, loss, and even doubt, and they've all stayed ballsy through it all. And all that work and effort paid off. Keep up the amazing work, my brothers.
That was eloquently written.
Very eloquently written.
Color Me Kevin, are you rice ball? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Is that true?
CMK.
A lot of you
Why?
guys have like
It's
names.
awesome.
A lot of these guys have names that are so different between the different platforms. You know, like I'll know one person's name on like YouTube, and then I'll get the tweet. It's something totally completely different. I'm like, how could that be you?
Well,
You gotta kind of uniform the names. Let's try to accomplish
dude,
this.
careful. You're starting to sound like YouTube. Hey,
Yeah, what is
would
that?
you like to use your real name as your YouTube account?
You know what? What the hell does that mean? I got that today, and I didn't even understand what to do.
Google wants you to use your full name instead of John Rambo Presents.
But then I go, no, I want to use the same name I'm using, and then it gives you a very confusing option after that.
It's like, oh, you don't want to be even remotely anonymous on the internet to the casual observer? Why don't you want everyone to know who you are completely and have your full name?
Yeah, I don't even understand it, man.
It's garbage, dude.
Yeah.
It's effing garbage. I just want to make more money off of you.
Well, yeah. Just like your Comic-Con. Just like everybody.
If you're
Everybody's
not
trying to make a buck, John.
Dude, yeah, I know, but if you're not paying for it, you're the product.
I feel like I leave the home in the morning, and just throughout the day, just people trying to suck money out of you. Like this, that's just all you do. You just walk through. This guy wants to suck the money out of me. This guy wants to suck me. That dude wants to suck me. This
I know,
business
everybody
wants to suck
to.
me. OJ wants to suck me. And it's just like this, like the whole day. The whole day.
I'm not going to argue with
And I
you.
don't even have anything that could be sucked out. Like there's nothing left. So they're just barking up the wrong tree, you know. What do we got?
All right, our next comment comes from Frank Jones. Hey, John and OJ. Thanks for releasing all the songs from SchnoHole for free. I'd be more than happy to pay for the songs, but unfortunately, I don't have money to repay you both properly. Anyways, I was wondering if you consider updating the show art gallery on your website. I enjoy using the photos uploaded as desktop backgrounds, and I would appreciate using some of the photos you recently showcased as well.
That's awesome that he wants to do that.
Yeah. I just want to cut in here and say, the songs, all the credit, of course, goes to John. He is the maestro. He is the master. He's the one who keeps us all away from disaster. He puts up the songs. It's all him.
The last part was wrong. I bring you into the disaster. I lead the people into the disaster.
But it's such a delightful disaster, John.
Yes, we make a bigger disaster, which defeats the previous one. No, it's cool, man. It's cool that he wants to do that with the art. Like, I think the main way to get me to do stuff is if you let me know, like, hey, I enjoy this a lot. Then I'll be more motivated to do it. Like if, you know, no one ever said anything about the art on the site. So, the fact that he said that, I know there's one dude that really likes it, so now I'm gonna do it. You know. So if you want me to do something, let me know. I like this. Do this again or whatever. I might do it.
Speak and we will listen.
Yes. There you go.
All right. Continuing the cavalcade of comments, comes one from Captain Jet Jackal. The Ramborgians and Ramboholics need to unite against the coming threat that is Ron Jambo and his secret minions and miscreants within the Jamborgian horde. They want to keep the two factions separate so they can weaken each side with their tomfoolery and antics, and then reign supreme and take our women. Fellow ballsy brothers and sisters, I plead to you, end this feud to may rise against the true coming evil. A great storm cometh. Prepare thyselves. Let not the Jamborgian trick you.
Wow, I don't know what's gonna happen in the show 100. I really don't.
Could be anything.
I don't know, some sort of thing is gonna be happening here with these Jamboholics, these psychotics, and the Ramboholics. No, the Jamborgians. I get confused. I don't even know what's happening.
Jamborgians. Are there Jamboholics? Wait.
Are there Jamboholics? Yeah, I'm sure there are.
If the Ramborgians
There's
like
PWO,
us
a pulp
and
army.
the Ramboholics hate us, do the Jamborgians like them and the Jamboholics hate them?
Because the
Or is it
Jamboholics are the
double
opposite.
backward?
The Jamboholics are the opposite of the Ramboholics. But we don't know whether the Ramboholics are the wild card. They're like the third party, you know what I'm saying? They're like the in-between. Because you have the Ramborgians, then you have the Jamborgians, and the Ramboholics are somewhere in the middle. And we don't know where they lie.
They're a little
Their
frightening,
allegiance.
huh?
We don't know where their allegiance is.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yes.
They're completely
There you go.
unpredictable.
I have explained it to everyone. Mark is saying the show 100 will be fantastic, John. So it must be fantastic. We don't want to disappoint anyone. Especially
do
Mark.
not.
We don't want to disappoint Mark.
Not Mark out of anybody.
Right.
Oh,
we
man.
Go. Yes.
All right. So do you want to move on
What
to
about the Rambronis? Where do they stand in this?
the Rambronis?
What about the Pulp Army, the PWO, Entrada Fan Club? There's more than that too, I think. The Pulpy Pals.
We gotta get everybody organized before Jambo starts mucking things up, man.
You gotta think. There's too many stables. That's live the Vita. Too many stables out there. Many factions and stables, promotions. It's just out of control.
I mean, it's gonna get too big, man. Then it's gonna implode or explode. One of the two. It can't do both. It can't do neither. It must do one.
Yes. All right. What do we got?
We got the big comment.
A big comment. Yes.
I think this is an advice one.
Advice comment. Yes.
Okay. Greetings, John X2. I'm a longtime listener and fan, but first-time commenter. I want to thank you for all the hours of entertainment and for helping me staying ballsy through some pretty hard times. But now I have met a problem where I have great problems staying ballsy and have to ask for your guidance. This problem is called pancakes. No, wait. Love. That's the one. What's happening is I met this girl about 2 years ago. Somehow we started talking and started to get friendly. After a while of meeting her randomly in the street, talking with her, and walking her home, I fell in love with her in a way I've not felt before or after. Every time someone mentioned her name or anything that made me think of her, it felt like someone kicked me in the stomach. But in a good way, if such a thing is possible. I started to flirt with her, and I only know that now realize that she flirted back, unless it's something I imagined. But at the time, she had a boyfriend, and I didn't want to get in the way of that. When I found out that they weren't happy together, I wanted to ask her out, but I wasn't ballsy enough, and I lost her again. And now she has a new boyfriend, a friend of mine. They seem happy. I now feel the need to end this chapter and start a new one. To do so, I feel I need to tell her about the feelings I had for her and still have some of. Thing is, I don't know how to do this. Can you help?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you feel you have to say something, or you have to tell someone something, or express yourself in some way, I always say you should do it. I feel like you should do that. But you have to be aware that there will be consequences for your action, whatever they may be, and you have to, accept the fact that there will be consequences,
Yeah.
It could be all kinds of things. Could be your friend doesn't like you anymore. He may even want to fight you. I don't know. Who knows? Or it could be she feels the same way. I don't know. But if you feel like what you have to say must be said, then it must be done. And there's really only one way to tell someone something or to communicate with something to someone. You sit them down and you tell them. You look them in the eye and you tell them how you feel, and you give them the honest truth and everything you got. And there you go.
It won't always work out, but when it's over, I mean, at least you'll know you did what you could.
Right.
John's completely right. There will be consequences, and you must prepare yourselves for any eventuality that you can think of. I mean, don't freak out about it, but this will in some way affect your relationship with both her and your friend. So just take that into account.
It's going to change everything. But it's kind of like, is the juice worth the squeeze kind of thing? What's more important, what you have now, or what could be, and saying this is the biggest priority. Regardless, is saying it more important than what will happen afterwards. So there you go. I'm trying to get a picture load that Iron Wolf just sent me. I can only imagine what this is going to be. It's not loading right though.
Aww.
I would show it, but it's not working right now.
Stinks.
I don't know if I could even show it. He's getting more and more out of control. So.
Oh, Iron Wolf,
you've been in that situation though before, right? I mean, it's a tough situation.
Yeah, it's tough.
How long have you been with your girlfriend now? It's been quite some time.
All
right,
10 months.
That's good. You enjoying yourself? It's been a good run.
Yeah, it's almost 10 months on the dot, actually.
It's going well.
Yeah, I'd say it's going pretty well. I haven't effed it up yet.
You know what? The the reason that part of the reason you have a girlfriend is because of the Ramborgian people, John.
Yeah, this would not have happened without you.
I don't know if you guys know this, but what was it? A long time ago, I filmed Carrie the White Mage, and everyone liked her so much that she was at another convention, Too Many Games.
Yeah.
And I went up to her and I talked to her a little bit. I actually brought her over to the table. I introduced her to you. Mm-hmm. And because everyone liked her so much from the Ramborgia, and she came on the show. We had her on the show. And then she on the show about a year ago, I think it was. She was on. She invited you to Comic-Con to be part of the table that she had out of nowhere. Yep. She did it live on the air. And then you met her partner, who's your girlfriend now.
And she invited me to her birthday party.
And invited you to her birthday party, yes.
Yeah, that's actually where I met my girlfriend, at her birthday party.
Right. So,
but yeah,
it was her, it was the Ramborgia people, and it was mostly me that did the whole thing.
It would not have happened without you, sir.
Well, there was many people that we all hooked you up. It was me and Slinky and Kevin and Jared and Magnificent Mark, Hare. Everybody, Moonsbrow, we all did it.
Belmore.
Long Live the Vita says OJ's the man. What do you think about that?
You guys are being a little generous with the compliments
Calling
here.
Me Kevin says OJ's a girlfriend because he's cool as balls and a great guy.
Again, you're being awfully generous with the compliments here.
You are a great guy. Do you know that?
I have my moments, but they don't always strike.
You understand why I get mad at you, right?
Yeah, I understand when you get mad at me.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
I get it.
Because I think you're so great. That's why. I'm not joking. I think you're really great, and I want to see you do well. And sometimes, I feel like you could do better at certain things, but that's not for me to say, really. You know, I mean, it's for you to decide what you want to do with yourself.
You trying to make me blush on the show,
I'm
dude?
just saying. We're getting to 100 episodes, and we've been through a lot. All right, and I'm trying to put you over, man.
All right, thank you, man. I mean, I don't know how to react.
Philly's fan says OJ is good, except for the cookies, which I also agree with.
And the brownie with the cookies on top.
I just see a lot of potential there. But I can't make you do anything. It's up to you what you want to do, but I try to push you in certain directions. Maybe that's wrong. Do you feel that's wrong, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think I helped you in any way? Or?
Yeah, you have helped me.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Most definitely.
All right, good. Where do you think this is headed in the end? Where are we going with this? Where do you want to be? Where do you want this to go, John? Let's talk about it.
Where I want this to go?
JohnRamboPresents, you and I together, this whole thing, where do you want this to lead to?
Well,
and how could we get, and then figure out where you want it to go, and then how could we get to that point? Do you like how it is now? What is it?
Well, I love doing the show every week. This thing's amazing.
You like the show?
I love the show.
All right, good. We've done a lot of shows.
This is like a seventh of my week. Like every Wednesday is just I block it off from pretty much everything unless there's extenuating circumstances. Wednesday is show day. This is when we're here with you guys, and I like it.
You go to work and then you do the show. That's it.
Yeah, I go to work. Like I don't get a mental break on Wednesdays, but you know what? If I'm gonna have a mental breakdown, I'd prefer that I have my mental breakdown with you guys.
And sometimes you do.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Be honest here. Where do you think, all right, let's put it this way. Where do you think this could go? What do you say? What do you see happening?
I think we keep this up. We've got, a great core group of people in the audience here and participants. And I think we just keep hanging on to the great people and meeting more and more great people, and spreading our message to the world. And then taking it over and ruling with an iron fist.
Would you want this to be like a thing, like a job kind of thing? Would you want to make money doing it? Like this would be the show, and that's your job. Is that something you'd want?
If the show could support me and my
if it could
eccentricities, that would be awesome.
You would like that?
That would be pretty sweet.
You're a funny guy.
Funny looking.
You're kind of like go with the flow kind of man.
A little bit.
Go with the flow, see what happens, kind of thing. That's cool.
Test the waters, see where I surface after I fall in.
All right.
I have a tendency to fall in.
Do you think that could be bigger than it is? You think like, what do you think?
What, that the show can be bigger than it is?
Do you think we overachieve already? You think maybe we do real good? It's fine.
We're doing fine, but I think that we're getting this going, man.
All right, fair enough. I'm just picking your brain a little bit, see what you had to say. It's fair enough. Do you want to do Magnificent Mark says you could always do better, John, always.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
Well, I guess so.
It's true.
There you go. Do you want any more comments, or are we done with the comments?
We have...
Want to do some chat?
Whoa! There's a butt face of comments
All right,
here.
let's do... any people have comments, questions in the chat? Maybe we'll do a couple minutes of that.
All right, so, folks, in the chat room, what is it that you're curious about today? GX Popcorn 69 wants to return to OJ's Dreamland, which is making me sad because I actually had an effed up dream. I had an effed up dream recently. I didn't write it down.
Maybe on the show 100 we'll be doing that.
Yeah, SFT Hair asks if he'll ever become Batman.
You can, and just put on the suit and go do shit in the street. Then you're Batman.
That's simple.
What more do you have to do?
All right, well here's a good one for you, John.
Yes.
John, what's the favorites? Calling me Kevin, our dear friend, Riceball23 asks, John, what's your favorite song you've written? The one song you're most proud of?
Evil Laughs at You is one. Just because how perfect it is for the part and everything, and I think the lyrics are real fun. I don't think just like anyone could write that. So I'll give you that one.
Right.
I don't know. That's probably it.
It's a good one.
OJ, what kind of Pokemon are you from Neverjob?
I don't want to be a water Pokemon. I really don't. But I really love the water. I can't think of a Pokemon that fits my personality very well. I have no idea. But, yeah, I really couldn't say what Pokemon I would be. Well, here's an interesting...
It'd be OJ, the Pokemon.
Who's to say I'm not a Pokemon? So here's a question. This one is from Long Live the Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man.
Mm-hmm.
His question is, Rambo and OJ, if someone were to offer you a morning or late night radio show, would you take the offer?
Well, there's always more to it than just, oh, wow, a radio show. Anytime you work for somebody, there's always like certain things they want you to do. And who knows? They might change things. OJ's no longer OJ.
You are Randall.
He's Randall. He's got to wear a tie, and he talks in a very high voice. Or so, I don't know. Who knows? It just depends what's going on.
I'm Randall, John Rambo's co-host. The radio station made me do this because they wanted someone with a different personality. Hi.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if it was good for us and we had some kind of creative control over things, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I'd like to do. I know I could do it.
No, I mean, here's one, like, George Carlin did country music on the radio. He was a country music DJ for a while. Mm-hmm. Was that what he wanted? I don't know. Well,
there's always a journey involved with any kind of thing. But I mean, I'm ready to go. I could do it. I got ideas. I got so many ideas. There's things I can't physically make because I just don't have the means to do it. I mean, you look at SchnoHole's Man Hole Punch, and it's like, it's not just like I sit down and write whatever I want. You have to write what we can actually do.
Yeah, which is really hard.
What do we have to work with? And then, based on that, there's a lot of people that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the stuff doesn't work out that well. So, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else. I'm not saying that. I just feel like I got a lot to offer. There's a lot of things I'm capable of doing, more than I think I've shown.
Dude, you're capable of so much.
And I think we'll get there. We'll get there.
Dude, you could be a director for stuff. You have been for us.
We're going to get there. So there you go.
You're the guy who makes stuff actually happen.
What else we got? OJ, why did you decide to grow your hair out from Booma? I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, my parents made me cut my hair for like my entire life, and then through third parties made me cut my hair in junior and senior year of high school. So naturally, I hit college. I'm like, F that sauce. And I decided to grow it out.
Yeah, we spoke about that. That was a good episode. That was one of my favorite ones. We talked about OJ's prom stuff. That was pretty good stuff there.
Oh, that was awkwardness.
Bushia says Jadekins?
Jadekins.
Wow. There's a reference.
Yeah, sure is.
There's a reference.
New York Comic Con, really cool artist.
Yeah, very nice.
Whoa.
What else we got?
Slinky asks, what would you do to survive and protect yourself and loved ones from death, and what would be the limit? Would you steal from starving families or kill?
Steal from a starving family? What would you steal from them? If they're
I guess
starving, they don't have food.
That's deep, man. That's effed up. I don't know what I could do.
We'd have to put ourselves in that situation.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you can't really, like, unless you know yourself that well and can be completely objective and honest with yourself, you can't really answer that question right.
Yeah. Iron Wolf says, I remember you guys mentioning the possibility of a 24-hour stream. Would you still consider it at this point in time? I think, yeah, but I mean, you get to like 6 hours in, I don't think they would be watching it anymore. So
you just see like
really be worth it.
You just see me asleep on the bed with a sign that says back at 8.
I think we'd be awake, but I think there'd be like one person watching. I think it'd be like maybe 2 people.
It would be kind of funny. I mean, if we were doing like a charity event or something. You know, like a desert bus for charity or for hope.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I don't think I would watch it. I could do it. I've been up for 24 hours now.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Seriously?
That's a joke.
Oh, dude.
That's a joke and a half. Maybe someday. I don't know. We do it for charity. I don't think we'd raise it. We'd raise like $30. It's still better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Figure something out.
Yeah. Slinky says he'd call in. That'd be nice. Just wake us up.
I'd be like, all right, I'm going to sleep. Slinky, you call in. I'll see you guys in 8 hours.
What would be the basis of a John Rambo OJ movie? From Phillies fan. Like a reality thing, like a biopic, or is this like just a movie we'd make?
I don't know. It would probably have to have us fighting a lot to keep it interesting.
What? Like fighting with like swords or something? What do you mean?
Words.
Yelling at each other?
Drama, man. Everyone loves drama.
I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't know.
Oh, no, we'd have to fight a lot.
These biopic things, whenever they have 2 people, they always get in fights. Didn't you see Walk Hard? Or
yeah, I did. Of course I did.
Anything about the Beatles or the Oneaters?
What's your favorite anime, OJ? From Neji 2011.
Oh, Frel. All right, Neji, I got some serious problems coming up with my favorite anime, but there's one that when I can't think of something, I always come out with. Honestly, I like Infinite Revias. It's not the best show I've seen, but the premise of basically... Oh gosh, what's the name of the book? Lord of the Flies in space. With the giant robot is kind of messed up and kind of cool.
This is something new?
No, it's actually, I think, from the early 2000s or late 90s. It's basically a bunch of students in, like, space school end up on this experimental ship that was being researched at their school, and all the teachers are dead or gone. And they have to man the ship themselves and set up a government and take care of running the ship all by themselves, and it's kind of messed up.
All right. Color Me Kevin says the Oneaters.
Yeah, they got the joke. Woo!
OJ, if a director were to make a movie based on your life story, which actor would you choose to play as OJ Harrington?
Okay. Obviously, I have to go with the actor I resemble the most. And naturally, as well as my sense of humor and personality, there is only one option, and I'm surprised no one said this before. Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
I'm kidding. He wouldn't
As an
play
older
me,
OJ, maybe.
No, he looks just like me now. Because I'm so old now, right?
Well, you
said I was old.
You did age incredibly from that video that I played earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Steven Seagal, but gosh, I can't, like, what's his name? From Superbad and 21 Jump Street. He could do me if he grew his hair out and used permanently straightened his hair.
You could just play yourself. Why would you have to hire someone else? You're talking about Jonah Hill, by the way.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. I don't know. Maybe I just want to laugh at myself or something. Jonah Hill could do it. Honestly, like high school me. I mean, okay. Elementary through middle school me, I hate to say it, probably Michael Cera. High school me for a little while, Michael Cera. And then like some deranged Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, super bad love child. And then eventually more Jonah Hill.
Magnificent Marks of Scarlett Johansson. It's very nice. It was OJ.
I don't know. I mean...
High school OJ is Amanda Bynes from Never Job.
Amanda Bynes? Oh my gosh. Really?
Amanda Bynes as OJ.
And Philly Span asks if the movie would include OJ's hair battles. It would be nothing but OJ's hair battles. And I'm not hating on Michael Cera. It's just I'm ashamed that someone who acts like such a meek character, Neji, someone who acts as such a meek character, that's who I was for a long portion. Like, I had a teacher in elementary school who's like, John, this isn't an insult. You're meek. This isn't a bad thing, but you're meek. Like, okay. I'm like in second grade. I don't understand the ramifications, but now I do a little bit more.
So you have regrets about the past?
A little bit.
Upset. You're upset.
Yeah. And Iron Wolf suggests I'd be played by Kevin James. Kevin James has a little bit more...
That's pretty funny.
Presence, I think.
Kevin James, he just does like... He does the thing where he stands still and like speaks, and then he does the thing where he's waving his arms and yelling. That's pretty much the two things he does.
I don't think I do that.
No.
Yeah. But, well, who would play you, man? No one could play you. You're just that unique.
Oh, really? You're that hideous and no one could play you.
I'm talking about your personality,
There's not enough prosthesis.
No one's going to be quite the same.
There's not enough prosthetic nose in the world that could cover that thing.
That's not even remotely what I'm talking about.
You ugly bastard.
You know what? Moonsbro's got it. You know what? If Ryan Gosling emoted a little more, not that he doesn't emote, but Ryan Gosling, I've only seen him in Drive. So more emotion than he had in Drive, but with that intensity, they could put that. I'm going to kind of go with Moonsbro on this. That could work.
What did he say? I think
Ryan
he was joking.
I don't care. Dude, you put on a jacket, lean against the wall, you got it.
Oh my god. This movie will never be made, don't worry about it. I don't think we need to discuss this in great detail. It's all part of the journey, John.
Pretty much.
The worst thing you could do is get off the road, man. Then you're just staying where you were.
Oh boy.
Right?
Manu Ginobili.
Oh, that'd be great. That's the only one I would accept. Because he's a world-class athlete, just like me. I would accept it. I would accept that as a role for him. I just don't even like... He's not an actor, but that'd be even better. Just put him out there. Like, just give him the lines and just let him do it.
Just make sure there's a basketball in every scene.
It's just, yeah. Every scene he just dunks the ball. They're pretty awesome.
Who the heck are you? Dunk.
Well, OJ, want to wrap this up now? I'll send you some videos.
All right. Are they from the website?
TheEpicMail.com? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Yes.
TheEpicMail.com coming soon.
That
was a great idea you had, by the way. I want to give you credit for that.
Thank you.
Sometimes you have these great ideas.
I don't, but the thing is, if I have a great idea, I don't realize it unless someone else is there to realize it's a good idea.
So if you have an idea, sometimes you're like, that's not good, but it actually is. That's
or
sad.
sometimes I just don't even, I forget it. Like, I forget
That's pretty
things.
sad, man. Come on. Come on,
Dude.
man.
Dude, there's stuff that's gone through my head that I wish I still had. Sad face.
Is that the end of the show? Should we do some more McDonald's dishes?
Oh, gosh. Please, no. More McDonald's.
That's why we did that, because we were getting ready for our morning radio show. That's what they would do.
Yeah, seriously, right?
So that's why we did it. That's why we did it. There's a whole plan here. Not Epic Mail, the Epic Mail. The Epic Mail. Don't go to Epic Mail. We talked about this for like 20 minutes before.
Yeah.
The Epic Mail. That's going to be the new site.
I wonder if they get mad and saying that our site is too close to theirs.
So that's the danger of doing that as the store, because what if people just type Epic Mail? That is real bad.
That is really bad.
So we're going to have to really be
Thankfully,
clear.
the splash page for the porn site is just, I think it's just
How
like
do you
a
know
goof-
this?
Because I had to verify that
Dude,
the site
no.
was bad.
All you do is type epicmail.com, but you don't actually go to it. Like, put it into like a search engine, and it'll come up and say what it is.
Yeah, but you got to know what happens if someone types your URL wrong.
So why did you go to it? It's not even the right name.
My brain
not even
blocks
the
out
right
the.
It's not even the right name. Why did you not only go to the...
My
Oh,
brain
man.
only prepends the to certain things.
Well, next
like
week...
the final countdown.
So you type Final Countdown?
No, the final countdown is like the exception.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Battle of Ultimate Destiny sometimes ends up as Ultimate Battle of Ultimate Destiny.
Well, next week we'll be talking to our friend Angus Cheng about this. Of course, next week, the show number 98. Angus Cheng will be here, the creator of Fabulous Fivesome, the creator of Tokyo Hosto, many other fabulous games. OJ read off a
Tokyo
list.
Hosto.
What else did he make? A couple other games. He made like 5 or 6 games, right?
Yeah, I had the list open before, but I think I closed it. Oh, nope. Also, we've got Let's Get Fiscal.
Let's Get Fiscal he made. He made
Rock
many games.
Bottom.
Really?
Rise of
So
Gadafish.
I'm looking forward to talking to him. It's going to be an interesting meetup. And kind of go back to what we used to do with the show way back. We had different people as guests way back when. So, and then the week after that, we're going to have Mr. Ed Schroeder will return. And then we got
And himself.
3 weeks from today, the show 100. And that's going to be a good one. We got to talk about that a little bit, maybe.
Yep.
Not tonight because it's late.
Oh.
But we'll talk about it soon. We'll figure out
Yep.
what we're doing. That's going to do it. OJ, why don't you take us out? This was your show today. You had a great idea. You had some great comedic actions that you said and did with yourself. Why don't you take us out?
I just want to say, have you seen the show that, oh gosh, my brain is dying today. British fellow did the British Office, Ricky Gervais. His show where they sit around and talk and then it gets animated.
Yes, I've seen that. Yep.
That's 2 guys, right? 2
No, it's
guys,
3.
and they make fun of the 3rd guy.
Yeah.
I'm the 3rd guy, and there's 2 of us.
You're the one that made fun of me.
What?
You made fun of me several times.
Yeah, but you do a better job.
Of getting me fun of?
No, of making fun of me, because it's actually funny when you do it and not harsh.
No one's making fun of you. You just take
I'm
it that
Carl
way.
Pilkington. Anyway, all right, folks.
You're still doing it. You're putting over other. You're always promoting other people's things. Go watch that instead of this, everybody.
That's not what I'm saying
I
at
saw
all.
this show with Ricky Gervais. It's so good. Go watch that instead of this. These other people have panels at the Comic-Con that are better.
Oh, dude,
This is the
that's
stuff
not how
you
I
do.
meant any of this stuff. I'm
is
not
the
saying
stuff-
any of it's better. I'm saying that this is the stuff that gets out there, but there's stuff that should get out there that isn't, and it's a shame.
All right, whatever.
All right.
Take us
all
out
right,
here.
folks. Thank you all for tuning in to the best in free and optional entertainment. This was the show. I'm OJ, and with me today was the great John Rambo. Give him a good night, John.
Good night, everyone. We gotta wait like 5 seconds because I noticed like when we just turn it off, it cuts off. So just be silent for like 5 seconds, and then we'll stop it. We'll just freeze. All right, there you go. Let's play this intro again for everybody. Goodbye.
The following announcement has been paid for by the Pope World Order.